Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna do jigging for lake trout in the middle of summer tips and tricks. So I've been doing this for a little while, did a little bit of it last year. It is super fun, it's just like ice fishing. So I'm gonna go through all the gear, all the ways to find lake trout. Currently we're on Lake Winnipesaukee. I don't know if the lake really matters, so I've done this on 2 separate lakes and it's been a very repetitive kind of thing. So first thing I'm going to walk through is how to find it. So I have the Hummingbird right here. You can also use Navionics on your phone, and I will try to talk about this in a cheap way, which is like doing it in a kayak, and then an expensive way of doing it in a boat that has, you know, a fish finder and spot lock and all the above. So let's start with where to find the lake trout. So I have a couple waypoints here, and I'm going to fire up the motor real quick. And hope you guys can still hear me. And we're gonna go find, and we can also do this with the Navionics app, which I can show you, but we are gonna go find humps in the middle of the lake. Or basically a hump is just an underwater mountain, if you're not familiar with that term. So a hump like this, we have something that's 61 feet and we have 78, 52, 82 feet on the other side, close to deep water. So anytime an underwater mountain is the best thing. Lake trout use that as an ambush point to basically rush bait up towards the surface, and you'll actually see lake trout pinning smelt, in this case on Lake Winnipesaukee, against the surface. So that's one thing you want to do, and I'm going to show you in basically, this is the topographical map. I'm going to show you in the 2D sonar what that looks like as we come up to it. So we have multiple lake trout right there. So we just came off the hump in 75 feet of water, and multiple lake trout right there as well. Seems to be lake trout everywhere today, which is great. So we're gonna try to get onto basically the top of the hump, and then we're gonna drift off. And this is the kind of view we wanna look at. So we wanna look at the hump coming up, and so we're right on the edge. And so right now we can stop the motor, put us in reverse, and basically stop the boat. We want to stop the boat from moving, and then we're going to use the Minn Kota Tarova, the Riptide series, to drop it and spot lock and keep the boat anchored. Now, if you don't have spot lock, which is the best thing since sliced bread and fishing, which is basically a GPS anchor, you can use one of these. So you can use one of these. This is called a marker buoy. It's got a piece of lead on it with a bunch of string. Basically chuck that over the side of your kayak. It will come down to the surface, and it'll let you know if you're drifting away from where you either marked fish or where you think there might be fish based on your Navionics app. So you want to look for those humps, you want to look for sharp drop-offs or ledges, which is not as common as a underwater mountain or hump. So what we're going to be using is something, and I'm going to pull up a little video I filmed basically during ice fishing of basically lake trout in rainbows chasing pin smelt. And pin smelt are about this big, and then we have larger smelt in this lake that are about that big. And so what we're going to use is a Menards tungsten glow head with a little tiny paddle tail. And the size of the hook is a little too small, so we're going to try some different hooks today. I'll leave the links for these both below. I can't find them on Amazon, but I found them in some other places as well. Drop that down, and we're using 8 to 10 to 12 pound fluoro leader that's about 12 feet long. This water is super crystal clear, and you want to give no option for that lake trout to see your line basically. I would use even a longer leader if possible, and then I have about 10 to 15 pound braid. I'm using a double uni knot to tie those two together. Now, one other trick that I just learned.
You talking to me?
No, I'm talking to the camera. So I also have somebody else in the boat with me today. I'm teaching him. This is his first time basically jigging for lake trout besides ice fishing. We're gonna try to break his PB today. Lake trout are very smell orientated. So we're gonna use stuff called Spike It Chartreuse. And this is garlic scented, the same stuff I would use for bass, catfish. And we're just gonna dip the tail in that, and you don't wanna get it on you because it's pretty bad, stinking. And that gives that little bit of extra scent, just to take away that plastic scent. Yours already has that on there.
I smell it.
So now we're just gonna jig for a lake trout that I didn't even mark. That is definitely a big lake trout, dude.
Yeah.
Might want to loosen your drag just a little bit. See if he'll pull drag. Yeah.
I watched them chase it right up.
Good.
Yeah, I see him.
So he's got the same setup I just talked about on there. Oh, nice one. Oh, that's a big one.
Wow. Wow.
Okay, so we've been here about 10 seconds. So we've been here for about 5-10 minutes, pulled up to the hump.
He's 19.
19, we were at a PB. Lake trout for Matt. He can show the nice camera. Yeah, I'll take a photo for you.
All right, here we go.
There we go.
That was sweet.
Yeah. There he goes, he's at the bottom. Actually, there might be another one down there.
Wow. That was cool.
I told you, it's pretty fun, huh?
Yeah, that was pretty fun. I was jigging it, and then all of a sudden I just see this huge red mark pop up on it.
Oh, and they slam it.
And then I'm like reeling, and I'm also like,
And yeah, it just rods those loads up.
Oh my God.
And they get, like I said, they get fired up, man.
Wow.
So there's another one down there. We didn't mark that on my sonar, but it might have actually caught it on mine. But he also has an ice fishing sonar, which you can, if you have a kayak, you can use the same thing. And the biggest issue with a kayak is just staying in position unless you have some sort of spot lock. I guess you could anchor if you wanted to. Ooh, I just dropped one.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I just marked one. There's two.
Oh, there's two of them down there. So that's me, and that's a lake trout, actually 2 lake trout chasing it. Yeah, whenever you put it in the first time, it was good, and now it's still streaky on my side. So what you're seeing here, all this stuff is interference from the other fish finder. It's okay, just makes mine not as clear.
I'm dropping down past you.
Come on, he's gonna slam it, come on.
Yeah, he's right on you.
Oh, I just dropped off. So we had an issue last time we were out, hopefully that camera can see me, is these fish did not want to come past a certain height. Ooh, he just nibbled it.
Right on you.
Yeah, on me.
Wow.
Like crazy.
It's crazy. I can watch you and watch me at the same time.
Oh, why do they keep breaking off? So one of the things that lake trout absolutely love is a chase. They love to chase. I've seen lake trout basically go vertical on the sonar, so straight up and down. So this is still me. Over here, that's me. That's a lake trout chasing it.
I see him. I see him right on your tail.
And then he'll drop off. So something's not right with mine that he's not liking. Either my tail's fouled or something like that. So I'll reel up here in a second and check. And they've also, sometimes they like it being dropped, sometimes they like dead stick. But using this instead of a flasher will actually help you with the history of what the fish is doing and when he's dropping off. Last time we had fish that was like a imaginary ceiling at 30 feet. They would literally just stop right at 30 feet and wouldn't go any further. Yeah, he was following me down. Ooh, he was all over it, guys. So that's him, that's me. And so you really have to mess with what the lake trout are actually telling you to do. So sometimes they like to drop, sometimes they like dead stick, which is hard to do when there's a bunch of waves. And so every once in a while, I will just start a random chase just to see if fish are in the area. They'll see my jig or they'll feel the jig with their lateral lines. They'll feel a little paddle tail waggling basically like that. So we'll normally stay in a spot for like 10 to 20 minutes. If there's no action, we'll either move or we'll do a little trick that I'm going to show you guys right now. So we just had a fish come in, but I'll show you guys the trick anyways.
Oh, I missed him.
There's fish here anyways, but what I'll do is I'll pull off spot lock, or I can stay on spot lock and I'll fire up the gas motor. Oh, here comes a fish. So let me show you the trick real quick. I'll fire up the gas motor and either rev it so fish can hear that, or I'll trim it up. And so I'll do that a little bit, and I'll if I get off spot lock, I'll actually buzz around the spot a little bit. And that basically makes some noise in the area. Lake trout are attracted to that noise. Same with ice fishing, they're attracted to the auger noise. You'll drop down and there'll be one right away. Usually when you plop that transducer in, especially with ice fishing, that first drop is super important to catching fish, or to luring in lake trout basically. So I was trying to explain is sometimes you'll just be reeling up just to like reset, and something will just come out of nowhere and smoke it. It'll be out of your cone angle. So every once in a while, just start a chase. And when you finish the chase, just wait a second, see if anything pops onto the screen, because you'll see it. I said, that's me. Actually, I had a chase the whole time. Come on. I got him up to 30. Come on. Oh, he dropped off at 30. So that's him, that's me. Ooh, we didn't hit it, but oh, come on. I'm just gonna keep setting the hook on this guy. There he goes. He's freaked out eventually. Because this is a $20 ugly stick that is a 6-foot medium. And I would really like a very sensitive but not a very fast rod. I don't want a fast rod because these lake trout tend to roll. Oh, there's a fish at 40.
There we go. Yep.
You're on?
Yep, I'm on. Doesn't feel like a lake though. Feels like a much smaller fish.
Oh, it could be a rainbow.
Oh.
What is that? It's a baby. No, it's a baby laker.
Baby laker, he says. Yep, it is baby. There you are. Baby lake.
That's pretty fish. I got a fish all over mine right now.
This doesn't feel like a lake trout.
So far we make noise, we have scent, we have color of chartreuse and white, and we have glow. All of those things seem to help quite a bit. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys found some of these tips and tricks helpful to catch summer lake trout. I'm gonna leave all of the links for everything that I used in the video below, as many as I can, and where else to find them if I can't find them on like Amazon or something like that. Hope you guys found this video useful. This is what I found worked on a couple of lakes here in New Hampshire where we have a majority of the bait is either some sort of smelt or smelt based. Here in New Hampshire we don't have alewives or like shad or anything like that. So we use really tiny baits. Hopefully I can find a bigger gap hook that will hopefully help a little bit. And we only caught one in this video, but I've been fishing this way for a while and I've been catching lots of lake trout. So if you guys like the video, make sure you get a thumbs up, comment below, and subscribe. And there's gonna be more lake trout videos coming soon, especially with ice.